Every week I say that E9 Digital is not an ordinary website developer. So what does that mean? Most small agencies lack an expert marketing consultant, a successful entrepreneur, someone who has architected software, and someone who has managed some very complex web projects with over 14 years experience. And that's me. I've worked on web projects for some of the largest businesses in the world, from Sumitomo Corp, the Japanese conglomerate, to Merck, the pharmaceutical giant. I've even built things for Lehman Brothers, and no, we weren't the reason that they collapsed. I've handled projects as large as $250,000, and I've engineered e-commerce systems that have a current annual throughput of over $10 million. I have been through the extensive vetting process, and I have become an approved vendor for the MTA, and I am a successful entrepreneur, having sold my first software company in 2006. My creative director, Gina Kim, comes from a global advertising agency background where she worked on some of the biggest brands in the world, like American Express, Pepsi, Tide, and Walmart. Over the last few years, she's worked on over 100 different websites, and she has a philosophy of being chameleon-like, which means she doesn't want to impose her style on you, but rather she wants to create an aesthetic that works for the targeted demographic. This philosophy has led to much success, with even other design and branding companies having hired us to work on their web presence. To find a small agency with this type of firepower is rare. Together, we use our heavy-hitting experience for our small business clients, and in the end, that means we are building beautiful websites that are credible to their target market and that convert a higher percentage of their visitors into sales leads. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that more sales leads generally results in more sales. Now, sometimes I use marketing speak and say things like websites that are credible to their target market. What that means is that your website must make you look like who you say you are and what you say you are about. Remember, you can be the best at what you do, but if you don't look like the best at what you do, you're not going to get the business you deserve. If you want high-end, deep pocket customers, then you better look high-end yourself. On the flip side, if you have an amateurish website riddled with typos, what do you think that tells customers about your brand? Now, with regard to websites versus marketing, every business needs to balance the equation. If you have a great website and no one sees it, that's bad. If you have great marketing, driving a lot of people to a poor website, that's bad as well. In both of these cases, you will not see the level of sales leads that you would hope for. Now, Jerry Mazer, David Lalong, and Andrew Freed can help build a great marketing program that will drive a lot of traffic to your website. But then, that's where we come in. By making sure your visitors are impressed by your website, fully engaged by your content, and moved by your expertise. When that happens, your phone rings. However, some people think, well, my website isn't going to close deals for me. And that might be true. But what they should be thinking about is how many phone calls or emails they aren't getting because their website isn't as good as it could be. So what services do we provide? Obviously, we offer website design and programming. We offer content management systems, also known as CMSs, to every one of our clients. That means they get an easy-to-use administrative interface that allows them to effortlessly manage their pages, blog posts, portfolios, images, and more. They also get our integrated marketing components that increase the conversion of visitors into sales leads. And finally, they get our seamless cloud-based hosting for high reliability and low-cost scalability. We also do logo design, branding and corporate identity, print design like brochures, trifolds, or even subway advertisements, and we have even designed event booths for some clients. So how much does it cost to work with E9 Digital? For those of you who have known me for a while, you have previously heard that I couldn't take on projects that were less than $10,000, and that was true until May of this year. Since then, I have restructured my company and acquired some new technology that allows us to open our services to a wider small business market. Our new entry-level pricing starts at $2,500 with our all-inclusive bells and whistles small business package costing $5,900. Of course, we are still taking on larger clients with budgets of $10,000 to $50,000, and yes, I have received BNI referrals that closed all the way to the top of that price range. So now, who are good clients for E9 Digital? We are ideally suited to work with service-based businesses like doctors, lawyers, accountants, copywriters, photographers, architects, really anyone who sells a service. Startups are an easy referral since every business needs a website, and obviously, a startup doesn't have one yet. Nonprofits are also really good clients for us because they intuitively understand the need for great communication tools, and they tend to have decent budgets. In fact, some of my largest projects have been with nonprofits. Now, some people ask if it's a problem that we've never worked in a particular industry. My response is that we don't just work with one type of client. We don't just build websites for lawyers, for example. Firms that specialize in one type of client will probably treat that client like every other client they've ever worked with. Imagine that you are a law firm and you hired a web agency that specializes in law firms. And they've built 100 law firm websites before. Do you really think the 101st website they build for you is going to be that special? Because E9 Digital has worked with a wide variety of services and products, we have more experience to draw upon. We actually listen to our clients' unique problems and opportunities, and then we come up with a fresh perspective that helps their brand rise above the noise of a competitive market space. So who are great referral partners for me? This is really important, so I'd appreciate it if you were to listen closely and think about this for me. Manhattan-based lawyers and accountants that offer incorporating services are great referral partners for me. Since we know that some of my best clients are startups, we'd like to get to those clients just as they are thinking about the website they are going to need. The reason these lawyers and accountants want to know and refer me is that they should want to protect their clients from the hordes of pretenders in this business who can get in over their heads with projects beyond their capabilities. If you guys can help me build a network of 25 of these lawyers and accountants, you'll boost my business into the stratosphere, and I would be greatly appreciative. Now, one last thing to consider. When you refer me, that actually has the potential to cascade into a lot of business for others in the chapter. Gene Tang gets to write the copy. David Lalonde gets to help drive traffic to the website. Andrew Freed gets to help with the social media. Frank Passantino gets to print the business cards and brochures. David Title gets to make the videos. Shalise or Taka get hired for the site's photography. Jerry might be brought in as the marketing coach. And now we even have Lisa Marks, who can help build event booths. Finally, if you haven't done it yet, please take a look at our e9digital.com website. I know you'll be impressed by our work, and that will make it even easier to refer me. Thank you for your time. Every week I say that